Definitely a top contender wherever he goes here in HIW. Definitely. And his opponent from Florida, Kansas, weighing 187 pounds, Damion Smith. Damion Smith making his HIW debut. Definitely looking to make a name against himself here at the expense of Mike James.
Looks like we need to exercise. Come on!
This is a newcomer here in HIW, and the fans are giving him what he deserves right off the bat.
How do they know what he deserves so right off the bat if they've never met him? Damion Smith is well-traveled. He comes to us from Kansas, but he's been up and down the West Coast. He has trained under Brian Kendrick and some of the best in California and around the world. He's definitely got his work cut out here with Miracle Mike James, but he is no slouch in the ring.
Let's see what happens in this match right here. I've been in the ring with Miracle Mike James myself, and I'll tell you, he's no slouch either, Joe.
I definitely know he is no slouch. I have known Miracle Mike James in almost all 8 of my years in wrestling. He is as tough as they come. One of the most technically sound and aerially talented wrestlers. Ding, ding. Got my Apollo Creed on today. Have lightning quick speed, but it's almost kind of stealthy. And there you see Mike James doing what he can to get rid of that speed here in the early going.
Hey, make sure he's back. Alright? Yeah, I got a big leg.
Referee checking after that thigh kick. Here comes the collar and elbow tie up. Only a 2-pound difference between these two men, with Damion Smith shoving James down and wrestling him to the mat, utilizing that ground control here in the early going. And you know what the saying is: you can't breathe, you can't fight.
You say that he shoved Mike James down, but I thought that Damion pulled his hair. But needless to say, be that as it may, Mike James is going to work himself back up right now.
Mike James working himself back up, shove, pull the hair, what have you. Mike James fighting back. There is the shots to midsection and a huge forearm there from Smith. Follows it up and right back to the head and neck region of Miracle Mike James. Mike James has a history of neck injuries, for those of you that don't know. Damion Smith has definitely done his homework here in the early going.
Mike James firing back now, shots in the midsection, off the ropes.
Drop down, almost tripped him there. Huge kick. Damion Smith telegraphed himself there a little bit. Right into the head scissor takedown from Miracle Mike James, showing some of that athleticism. Damion Smith trying to get rid of now. That is not safe territory.
Fire than that. Fire than that.
Excited to the fans in the front row.
Into the guardrail on the fence in the front row. Damion Smith thought he had Mike James figured out, but
Come on, finish him! Yo, finish him! Come on, get back up! Get back
right back in the ring cover. Two count only
Oh my God.
for Miracle Mike
Wait a
James.
minute, what's this, Joe? There's no timeouts in wrestling.
Come on, man.
There are no timeouts in wrestling, but Damion Smith is going to try. Oh!
What a cheap shot.
It may be a little underhanded, but it works. It's effective use of cover. 2. Mike James was able to kick out, even though Damion Smith was again trying to bend the rules there a little bit.
The referee's not doing his job. He needs to watch that, man.
You need a pair of eyes in the back of your head when someone the type of Damion Smith is in the ring with you as a referee. Damion Smith is definitely using it to his advantage right now. He's taking the punishment right to the back and shoulder and neck, just staying focused on that upper body.
Get him out!
Mike,
Tell you what, Joe, it's going to take a lot more than that to keep Miracle Mike James down for the count.
It's going to take, you're right, it is going to take a lot more than that, but things like this, they start adding up. You've been in the ring, you can attest to that. They start adding up and stacking up. Eventually, all of that is going to take a toll, but Miracle Mike is trying to reverse it now. Had him in a head scissors there, taking the air away from Damion Smith. Smith desperately trying to roll out. Both men back to their feet now. Mike James was not giving up arm control, and it wound up costing him as Damion Smith is once again in the offensive and staying focused on that arm.
Get him out! 4!
Mike James trying to beat some life back into it.
Come on, get him out! 1! Let him go!
Fans are slowly getting behind Miracle Mike James. We're trying to rally behind him, get him back in this match. Beautiful suplex.
Still getting behind him too. Mike James able to kick out, and you have to attest that to the crowd, giving him that little extra oomph as they get behind him here in Tucson, Arizona.
Think of your hair off.
Damion Smith doing everything he can, but Mike James will just not stay
Piece of
down.
crap like all of you. That's right.
And once again, working him back down to the mat. Damion Smith is actually having his way a little bit more than I thought he would with Miracle Mike James.
Are you people retarded, huh?
In this ring, especially here at HIW, with these type of fans, you want to give it your all. And you know what? I stand corrected. Damion Smith is showing that today.
He definitely is. Both men are. The crowd is once again getting behind MMJ after Damion Smith had some very unkind words for them. Did you hear that? Huge chop. I've been on the receiving end of one of those before. It does not tickle. Japanese arm drag. Oh, and another beautiful drop kick. Damion Smith is spinning heel kick there. And Mike James is back in control here. He is in the driver's seat. Off the ropes now, and trademark Mike James right there with that bulldog. The moonsault almost entirely on Damion Smith's head. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Able to kick out somehow is Damion Smith. He's got to be knocked halfway to Phoenix right now.
1, 2, 3.
Miracle Mike James gets back to his feet. Huge forearm shiver for these men in the middle of the ring right now. Damion Smith can barely stand on his feet. Toe to toe.
For a German? Nope.
Mike James has that waist lock. He's going for a German or some type of roll up. Damion Smith using the rope. It's a German of his own.
He's not letting go.
Looking to follow it. We've got shades of a Canadian crippler who I will not name.
Too soon, Joe. Too soon.
MMJ fighting back. You see him throwing elbows on the rope. Going for a case of Darren. Like, oh. 1, 2, 3. And that is the match, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, moving on to the Tucson City Triple Threat Championship, Miracle Mike James. And there you see Mike James celebrating with the fans. He will be moving on to the Triple Threat